holidays are looking brighter for hundreds of local Liberians. As we told you on Tuesday, the U.S. Senate passed the National Defense Authorization Act, which creates a pathway to citizenship for Liberian refugees who have lived in limbo for nearly 3 decades. Reporter Sonia Goen shares one Maple Grove woman's long journey.
25 years of memories captured in picture books. Magdalene Manyongar has deep roots in the United States. She escaped the Civil War in Liberia in 1994.
They were killing people right in front of me. I saw all of that.
In search of the American dream, Magdalene moved to Detroit when she first arrived in America.
Yeah, that's me.
She eventually met the love of her life, Gabriel, and moved to Atlanta.
This picture right here is the day of my wedding.
They had a daughter, Gabriella, but tragically, Gabriel was later killed in a car accident.
We both were parents to her, and one of the parents were gone, and then it was just me now.
Magdalene moved to Minnesota to be closer to her family, and she needed them now even more because of her immigration status.
People looked in my face and told me I was going to get deported.
For years, she lived on the edge, living under a dark cloud.
We had to stay strong and pray. That was another thing that kept us going.
If legislation hadn't been passed, Magdalene would have to leave the country.
We didn't want to think about it. Every time we thought about it, both of us cried.
Her 17-year-old daughter would be left alone.
Most people at my school had no idea.
Gabriella is an American citizen and a senior at Maple Grove High School.
It would have been hard. I do have family from my dad's side in Georgia, but it would have been a hard process still trying to go through school and graduate and everything.
Magdalene says she's grateful for the opportunity to become a U.S. citizen.
I can do everything I wanted to do as a U.S. citizen.
A Christmas wish come true for Magdalene and thousands of other Liberian refugees.
That's why I call this early Christmas, because God answered.
Magdalene plans to apply for a green card. She's excited about her future. She's a nursing assistant and wants to go back to college to be a nurse. The Maple Grove resident is also looking forward to traveling and visiting her parents back in Liberia. Delane.
All right, thank you, Sonia. A restaurant chain with a location in Maple Grove has announced plans to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The company also plans to sell the franchise to a new ownership group, pending approval of U.S. Bankruptcy Court. The CEO of Granite City says the bankruptcy filing and sale is the best possible solution to keep the restaurants open and preserve hundreds of jobs. Granite City operates 25 restaurants in 13 states. The Osseo School District is projecting a slight dip in total enrollment next year. Officials say that's partially caused by families sending their children to charter schools. Osseo District 279 officials say this will be the first year in the last 5 that the district has seen an enrollment decline. While enrollment in secondary schools continues to grow, elementary school enrollment dropped this year and is projected to decrease again next year.
We have seen a decrease in students that are opting for private schools as well as for other public school districts, and we have continued to see a rise in students that are choosing charter schools, and so that in particular could be some of the rationale for why we've seen a decrease over the last couple of years at the elementary level in particular.
Osseo area schools do project overall enrollment to increase again in 2021, with much of the growth coming in the northwest part of the district. A Maple Grove student is showing how kids are more alike than different. In today's Standout student, Pufui Yang explains how Maple Grove High School senior Emma Trebtoski is bringing people together.
Good job, Miss Grace. That looks awesome.
Schools are full of students with different abilities and skills.
This one's yours, honey.
As for Emma Trebtoski,
See, I'm going to help with Thomas's too.
she has the gift of helping.
It's just been really amazing because I believe all these special ed kids have an amazing story, and I just want to help them get their story told.
About 4 hours a week, Emma assists Miss Haley Olson's special education class.
First, twist, turn, on.
She does a ton for all of our kids, mostly just keeping them engaged, on task, assisting them with their learning.
Emma also helped the Maple Grove Senior High Crimson Cares program take off in its first year.
She's been contacting different organizations throughout Maple Grove to try to set up outings outside of school, doing parties after school hours.
The program is sponsored by Special Olympics, which helps bring mainstream and special ed kids together.
Just helps both us build compassion and know that there is no such thing as normal. Like, everyone is different, and that's good. Is it over there?
Emma has dreams of becoming a special ed teacher, and it's all because of her older sister.
I kind of got into the special ed world when I had a sister who had severe cerebral palsy. She actually passed away in 2008.
Now, Emma is bringing joy to people with special needs, and that helps honor her sister.
I just would love to build unification between everyone and just have everyone know that they are loved.
In Maple Grove, Pafuyang, CCX News.
West Lutheran High School had their Christmas concert Tuesday night. We'll leave you with a little of their special performance. Enjoy.
Despite 2 early season losses, the Hopkins boys basketball team was up to the challenge of taking on one of the state's best teams Tuesday night. Minnehaha Academy, the top-ranked team in Class 3A, came to the Lindbergh Center, but the Red Hawks were without 5-star junior center recruit Chet Holmgren, who's out with an injury. Good thing they still had 5-star senior Jalen Suggs, one of the nation's top players. His three-pointer puts Minnehaha up by 6 in the first half. Jalen Treble with a steal for the Royals. He goes in for a dunk, and he provided much-needed offense off the bench in the first half, scoring 16 points. Check out this dunk by Hopkins' Andre Gray as he explodes to the basket and hammers home 2 more. Hopkins leads 32-31, although Minnehaha would go ahead 37-35 by halftime. Early second half, Suggs pulls up and drains a three-pointer. Redhawks are up by 8. They would lead by as many as 10. But after a quiet first half, Hopkins' Kerwin Walton starts filling it up in the second half. This three gives the Royals the lead 59-58. And watch this play, the behind-the-back dribble, finishing with a dunk. Walton scores 27 of his 29 points after halftime. Suggs adds a highlight reel-worthy dunk of his own with this flush on the baseline. He scores 41 points in the game. And the teams would go to overtime. Suggs would foul out, though, in the OT, and Hopkins cashes in at the free throw line. Cornell Richardson knocks down a free throw here. The Royals scored 10 of their 12 points in OT from the line. They beat Minnehaha 92-85.
I know Minnehaha is a good team. I know we're going to have to come out, play hard. I just knew coming off the bench I was going to have to come off with energy. So I just came in trying to do my part, get stops, and that's what we did. As a team, everybody was getting stops, playing hard.
The Park Center boys basketball team beat Hopkins earlier this season, and they'll take a shot at Minnehaha Academy in early January. The Pirates look to take care of business against an overmatched Northwest Suburban Conference opponent Tuesday as they played at Anoka. Early in the first half, it's Datavius Frierson driving and scoring for a 12-0 Pirates lead. Park Center sophomore Braden Carrington steals the inbound pass, flies in for the hoop. It's 19-2. Dane Danger zips past the defender, finishes with a dunk for 2 of his 14 first-half points. Then it's Danger with a nice pass to Jalen Cook, and he scores underneath for PC. And with time winding down on the first half, David Ejadambola gets the steal, beats the buzzer for a 53-14 Park Center lead at halftime. They go on to rout Anoka 85-35. Also in the Northwest Suburban Conference, Totino-Grace visited Champlin Park. Josh Strong gets the Rebels going early with a three-pointer and a big night for the junior guard. Strong with an assist here, dishing to Cooper. Olsen coming down the lane and dunking home 2 more. Good pressure defense for Champlin Park, forces a turnover. That allows Strong to get the steal and layup. He finishes the night with 22 points. Mark Tucksher's team, though, would see the Eagles battle all night. Tommy Humphreys takes the pass from Devin Berger to score. Humphreys, one of 3 outstanding freshmen on the Totino varsity. Second half, the pass from Totino's Tayson Chapman to a wide-open Joe Alt under the basket. Alt with 8 points in the game, and this one stays close. Under a minute to play, Chapman goes down the lane, scores, and draws a foul. He nets 23 points. Totino-Grace wins 53-50, the Eagles' second straight win. In girls hockey, the last 2 unbeaten teams in the state matched up as Maple Grove looked to take down top-ranked Andover. Crimson on home ice for this big game. Scoreless in the second period. Brooke Casebo makes the save for Maple Grove on the shot by Madeline Jurgensen. Casebo plays well. This shot deflected, but Casebo stays with them. The Crimson are able to clear the puck and keep the game at 0-0. Partial breakaway for Jamie Nelson. Casebo makes a great pad save, one of 35 in the game. But Andover scores 3 goals in the third period. The Huskies beat the Crimson 3-0.